Have you ever wondered where the most seismic activities occur in the world? Well, it's time to quench that curiosity. Seismic activity, or in layman's terms, earthquakes, occur when there's a sudden release of energy in the Earth's crust. This energy creates seismic waves that we feel as ground shaking, which can sometimes lead to catastrophes. The locations of these activities can be quite intriguing and surprising. Well, brace yourselves because we're about to embark on a journey to discover the top 5 places where the Earth shakes the most. Starting off our list at number 5 is Yellowstone National Park in the USA. This iconic park, known for its geysers and wildlife, is actually a volcanic hotspot. That's right, a slumbering giant lies beneath the park's serene beauty. Yellowstone sits atop one of the world's largest active volcanic systems. Over the past 2 million years, it has experienced 3 extremely violent eruptions, but don't pack up your camping gear just yet. These mega eruptions are incredibly rare. However, what's not so rare are the earthquakes. The park experiences between 1,000 to 3,000 earthquakes annually, most of which are too small to be felt. These seismic events are a constant reminder of the restless geological activity occurring under Yellowstone. So the next time you're admiring Old Faithful's eruptions, remember, there's a lot of seismic activity going on beneath your feet. Coming in at number 4 is Central Italy, a region of beauty, history, and, you guessed it, seismic activity. This area is a hotspot for earthquakes due to its geographical position between the Eurasian and African tectonic plates. These two massive plates are constantly moving, and when they clash or grind against each other, the result is often an earthquake. Over the years, Central Italy has witnessed some significant tremors. For instance, the devastating earthquake of 1917 in Avezzano, where approximately 30,000 lives were lost. More recently, in 2016, a series of potent quakes shook the region, causing widespread damage and loss of life. These seismic events have shaped not only the landscape but also the culture and resilience of the Italian people. So while Italy might be famous for its pasta and wine, it's also quite known for its earthquakes. Taking the bronze medal in our list is the Andes in South America. This majestic mountain range is not just the longest in the world but also a major player in the world of seismic activities. The Andes is strategically located along the infamous Pacific Ring of Fire, a major area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean, where a significant number of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. The reason behind the frequent seismic activities in the Andes is the interaction between the Nazca and South American tectonic plates. The Nazca plate is constantly being pushed under the South American plate, a process known as subduction. This subduction is responsible for the creation of the Andes, but also for the numerous earthquakes. The tension between these two plates doesn't just cause earthquakes, it's also responsible for the volcanic activity in the region. So, while the Andes might offer breathtaking views, it's also a hotspot for seismic activity. Our runner-up is none other than the Aleutian Islands in Alaska. This archipelago is a sizzling hotbed of seismic activity, thanks to the Pacific Plate's subduction under the North American plate. It's a process where one tectonic plate is forced underneath another, creating intense pressure and heat. And when that tension is released, it results in earthquakes, some of which have been notably destructive. Take for instance the Great Aleutian Earthquake of 1946. It's the second strongest quake in the 20th century. Or the 1957 Andreanof Islands quake, another catastrophic event that birthed a tsunami reaching as far as Hawaii. These islands are not just a geological marvel but also an ecological one. They are teeming with wildlife, from sea otters to bald eagles. But beneath the serene beauty and vibrant wildlife, the Earth's crust is constantly shifting and shaping, making these islands a seismic hotspot. So while the Aleutians might be a paradise for wildlife, they're also quite lively in terms of seismic activity. And now, for the most seismic place on Earth, the Pacific Ring of Fire. This horseshoe-shaped band, stretching for over 40,000 kilometers, houses a staggering 75% of the world's volcanoes. And the activity doesn't stop there. 90% of Earth's earthquakes also occur within this fiery boundary. It's a veritable hub of geological activity. So, while the Pacific Ring of Fire might be a beautiful sight to behold, it's also the most seismic place on our planet.